And coming on to you, as you have mentioned, your family, everybody is in the service sector, or let's say doing a government job or private job, for example. So, कि मेरा पूरा परिवार is not even in business, but still I want to start something.
So initially he was strict, and so instead of taking that in a wrong way, I took it as in the motivation. It's better parents say argue se acha hai just make them silence. And they feel super good.
So, hi guys, this is Pavan Bisamala. I am the host of the Founders Formula. Welcome to episode 2, where we talk about Abhishek Pratap. So, he's the guest of this podcast. So, he's the co founder and CEO of Extrive Innovations. So, we have covered a lots and lots of interesting things for you, which will inspire you to start something by yourself. So, how important is parent support while starting your own startup? How important it is to have friend support, peer support while you're doing your startup, and how important it is to look in terms of revenue and operations when you're starting your own business, right? So he talks about Xtribe, his previous startups, and his own journey as a president of an entrepreneurship cell at college, and networking, and many other aspects of startups and business, and a little bit about his childhood as well. Right. So it's a very, very interesting episode. So I hope you learned something very interesting from this and something new, which will obviously motivate you and take the courage to start a business by yourself. Let it be doing as a freelancer or starting your own agency. Like let it be you're becoming a solopreneur, right? Or let it be talking to a group and starting your own startup. Can be anything, but I hope this episode inspires you to build something and also provide jobs at some point in life rather than just doing a job, right? So very, very important episode for each one of you. So I hope you guys will like it and will enjoy. So if you're new to this channel, please hit the like button so that the algorithm will push this video to more number of people, and also subscribe to this channel. Thank you, and I wish you a very exciting and interesting episode. So, hi guys, welcome to episode 2 of the Founders Formula, and I'm glad to have Abhishek Pratap with me here, who's the founder of Extrive Innovations. So, hi Abhishek, kaise
Hello
ho?
Pavan, how are you? I'm good. It's good to meet again, and let's see.
Yeah. So, just wanted to talk a little bit for some time, probably an hour, about what you do, right? Why did you start Extrive? Because I know you've been working for this from past almost 1 year or more than that, right? So, I just wanted to know a little bit of what you do and exactly how did this start and how did you guys get this idea? Because I know you have team of around 6 to 7 members or even more, right? So just wanted to know about that. So maybe if you can start about it and introduce about yourself.
So we started Extrive Innovation. Previously, it was Kanglai Tech. Okay. So Kanglai is a word. Previously in Manipur used to be Kanglai. So and Prem was from there. Yeah. And so that was previously we started in when I was in second year, second sem. That time previously I was working on few startups, and that that they failed, and we were like they were more on the not that much challenging. It's like a software kind of a gig, and doing it and getting paid and all. So I wanted to do something which is related to the real human enterprise, the real human problem, and which can solve the ground level problems. So that's when normally in our mess I was sitting and I saw Prem. He was also sitting there alone. I went and I started talking to him. He showed me exoskeletons. I knew that Prem has built Iron Man suit, and that's all. I didn't even know Iron Man suit is also a exoskeleton. So, but Marvel fan. So we both started talking about that, and then he showed me, and he was like, "I wanted to build this for farmers." And how I can market and all these things. I was like, give me 2 days. I'll see first what this thing is. When I was going through it, like what all innovations we can do in that. So I understood that data the metallic suits and everything will not work, especially in the industry where there is a labor intensive work is there. So next 2 days, after 2 days, I went to him. I was like, can we do something more of a textile based or something which can be comfortable and lightweight and all those stuff? So we brainstorm about it. We come to a conclusion. Okay, what we need actually in this. So we had an idea what we want to do. Initial target customers was farmers. So that's what we were targeting. Then we need someone who can actually build it. The tech guy and the product guy, the solid. So then Prem knew Ronak Goinam, and I know him because he was operating in the student council. He has done a lot of operations work there. So we talked. It was easy to convince him. He liked our idea and he was like, "Okay, I'll work with you," because he was also at that time in a fourth year. Everyone was going towards the placements and all. He is taking interest in the startup. So that was a brave move from by him, and we were like, "We'll not let you down." We convinced him. Okay, we got the builder. Now we need someone who has the brain, the actual brain, the tech behind it, the science, physics, all those things. So normally our event was going on. So I got a chance to interact with juniors. That was more of a ragging. So there I got to know there was this one girl who was like, I received a president award for some. There is an Inspire award in the young students, whoever is watching this. If they are interested about any entrepreneurship or they are interested about any idea, they want to do something, they can apply to that competition. And she was the winner of that. And she told that she has some patents and everything also. Then I asked her GPA, that was 9.7. I was like, okay, this is we convinced her. And because she was more into academics, so it will affect if you work in the startup and all. But we were like, we tried and we convinced her. That's how the total four co-founders we came together, and we were like, okay, now we have an idea. Now let's build this something which we can show to college or mentors. So we used a cardboard initially because we didn't have any money, anything. So we used a cardboard and built the whole exoskeleton, the mock-up. And then they were like, mentors and everyone was like, no, we need something more solid. This is nothing. And in our college, there's this thing. 4-2 mein, we get a 20,000 money from the college to work on a project. And luckily we have Ronak Goinam in our team. So we were like, do this. So he convinced his 4-2 mentor, and he was like, okay. He was also, initial days he supported a lot. So he gave us 20,000. We used these bags, normal bags. We cut down those bags, used the tire ones, and the whole mechanism we built using the whole jugaad and everything. So we pitched that with that to the college and everyone. They got impressed, and we got some funding from the college initially. With that we applied to Nidhi Prayas grant also. So from IIT Hyderabad, because we were getting a support from the college. There is this one more thing which was in our mind. Okay, like we are Mahindra University students, and I was very clear from the initial, and all the our team members also. We are not doing this for the project or just for time pass. If we are doing it, then we wanna build the whole sustainable business out of it. So we applied to that. We pitched and we selected and we received that Nidhi Prayas grant, and from our college. And that year, like few startups get, so we were the one of them, and that was the push. Then everyone started taking us seriously. And then one more incident happened. Somehow, as an entrepreneur, it's like you just see the opportunities because there are a lot of them. There, Anand Mahindra sir came one day in our college. I was not even invited to that event. Somehow I just go inside it. Some of the mentors were very upset, like how you guys can end. I just wanted to get a mic. I got a mic, and then I just told sir what we are doing and everything, and Prem sir already know him. And Prem and Ronak was there. So we praised, he liked that idea, he praised us there. Then our college also started us taking seriously. Now it's on us how we can build and what we can do. Then we started building journey, and all those things happened, and more competitions we won and all those things.
Nice, nice. So that push drove you, and then you started talking to more people, and then from there you
Yes.
started building upon things. Nice, nice, nice. So what's the name Extribe? Can you just
Yeah,
थोड़ा सा
Extrive
brief if you can
Innovations.
give me?
Yes. So Extrive Innovation is basically for those individuals who are striving personally for their better tomorrow.
Okay.
Those who are doing the hard work, for them Extrive Innovation wants to bring the innovations to make their life more comfortable. And because we believe machines and human, if they work like together, then only as a whole society we can thrive.
Yeah.
Only machines and only humans can't. So we are operating in the wearable tech and assistive tech. So that's the motive of Extrive Innovations.
Okay. So that's a nice name actually, Extrive. So is that, do you have registered names also, Extrive Innovations, or
Yes, yes,
it's the
yes.
same name? Okay, nice. So now it's been how much time you have started it?
It's almost a 2 year.
Almost 2 years. Okay. So is there any revenue from the business, or
Yeah.
how is that like? How are the operations going on as of now?
So initially, as I was telling, that we were targeting farmers.
Okay.
Then we went and talked to farmers. I'll come to that revenue part. I'll tell you the whole journey of deciding the customers. Because most of the people or the student or the entrepreneurs do mistake. They build the product first, then go to customers. So luckily we have the team, 4 people, and we were like, you two build. We will go to the market and understand what is the scene there. So we went to farmers. We understand problem is there, pain is there, but market is not there. Because the competitors in the international space, they are making this solution. Initially we thought it's 1 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh per suit. We understood farmers income is, average income is around 25,000, and how they can buy these solutions. Then one more target we list, that we need to make affordable. Okay, then we went to Coolies, Secunderabad railway station. We went there. We understood there is a much more bigger problem than farmers they have, because their knees are getting weak, and that is passing into genetics, because they earn per day not more than 100, 200, 500 rupees. Sometimes for 10 days they have zero income. So we were like, again, we want to help those people. We will help while providing them either through NGOs or anything, but we won't sell them. Okay, then we got an opportunity to go to Mahindra Zahirabad plant. There also we asked the same questions. Do you feel the pain, strain while working in these areas, or what is the scene while do all these physical intensive tasks? So they told, yeah, we do get strain on our back, and like lower back pain is, especially in the industries where labor intensive work is there, is the number one cause of lost productivity.
Yeah.
Then we talk to the managers, because there is also a same scene. The users can't buy. The workers who are working there and all, if they want to use something in a properly organized company, or like Mahindra or Tata or anywhere, they can't. They need to get approval from the higher authorities like managers and all. So we talk to them. We understand, is there some scene happened where you are paying for healthcare compensations, or workers are not productive, or something like that is happening. They suggested that there are few cases which happened, and in Tata also, in Mahindra, where they have to compensate over 1 crore, 70 lakhs, 60 lakhs for one injury.
Okay.
Then we were like, okay, this is the right market and right time to tap in. So we started with Mahindra first. Then there was this competition, Maruti Suzuki Innovation Program, and these all competition, I'm telling whoever is watching, the students especially, if they have any idea, just look for these competitions. Because of these competition, Extrive Innovation reached where we are. So that competition is really good. The whole ecosystem, mentors and everyone is super supportive. We went there through IIM Calcutta. We won the regionals, and that regionals was super hard. Literally, like all the startups who were there, they were with the revenue or proper products and everything. We didn't even have our proper MVP. We received first prize. Then we reached the nationals, and nationals also we received the first prize. And then we got a chance to visit Maruti Suzuki plants. And Maruti Suzuki currently in automobile sector, over 44% they hold. So I was like, and we all think this is the, if we can tap in and crack that, that's the good point for us to move ahead.
Right.
and luckily we did that. And we are doing the paid pilot with Maruti Suzuki. So that again one more come in our picture, in our portfolio. Okay, one more customer we can tap in. So currently, coming to revenue, mostly in the hardware startup, what happens is, if this is a wearable tech I'm talking about, so then there is a pilot a period. So in 2 months back we have started the pilots. So for around 2 to 3 months we do the pilots. Then from pilots, whatever the feedback we have collected from the users, and in terms of the productivity and overall business, because businesses, if they are not getting anything out of it, why they'll buy it? Simple. Whatever we say, okay, like workers and all those things, but at the end it's all about money. If they're getting something out of it, then they'll buy it. So once they use it for that period, if they literally see there is a productivity increased or other benefits are there, then we get a purchase order. So then it goes into the revenues. So currently we are into the pilot phase and developing our other products also. Currently we have Kanglai BackX, which is India's lightest exosuit, and which supports the back and the workers who are involved in bending, lifting in those positions. So, and other products also we are currently building, and rigorously we are doing pilots with the like decent all kind of industries, like easy to go in the medium sized industry. Going to Maruti, Mahindra every time it's tough. So if you want to collect more data, just start with that. So that's what we did, and yeah. So we are in the pilot. In July we are thinking of doing the proper launch of our two products, Kanglai BackX and Shoulder X, and then going into the revenue and sales cycle and everything.
Okay, so now let's come on to other part of it, right? So you spoke about revenue, operations के बारे में you were speaking about. Let's come on to the other, part of it. Now you are also vice president and a president at entrepreneurship cell at Mahindra University. So talk us through that journey. How did you become one of the member of that cell? Because it's not easy. Or for the whole college, for the whole university, there's only one cell for entrepreneurship. So how was the experience working with different people, working with different, faculty, professors, and getting more ideas? How was that whole 1 year of your journey, let's say?
So in first year of our college, I participated in all the entrepreneurship competitions which were happening in our college. And that time, literally, when I gave my first pitch, I used to stammer a lot in my childhood and all. So it was like not. I was shaking when I was on the stage, and then there was other competitions also. I participated all of them. In second year, I did the same. I was not a part of. I never became a volunteer of any clubs, anything. Zero experience. Third year, just the previous heads of the the EIC cell, they were there. So they suggested just give it a shot. Okay, I was like, okay, I'll put the form and everything, because another reason was there's a lot of potential I've seen in our college. Like students are passionate about building startups, but they do not know how to do it, and what to do and where to start actually. So, and in the second year I literally attended to not more than 10 classes. Okay, I was always out, sometime Bangalore, Pune, Mumbai, somewhere. I was just भटको वाला जो चीज़ है ना, I was just bhatking everywhere, and that's how I get a lot of the experience in terms of what is required, what kind of people are there in this industry. So I went, the same question sir asked, if you were interested in this, then why didn't you join previously and all. So I told sir, like this, I feel this is the right time, and in our college also I see a lot of potential in students coming to me. In our 501 is a very famous room in college currently, so every junior comes to that if they have idea or anything. I was like, that's where I can't reach too many students. So I went, and I have no experience, so that's why they make that time vice president. And started, my motive was simple, like I want few more startups from our college by the end of this year. And so that's what happened. Like events are happening, because see, in our college mostly, or mostly colleges, what happens is they become a event organizing clubs. Instead of event organizing clubs, our motive should be more towards how we basically flourish the entrepreneurship in the whole campus. Or so that was a goal of our whole team, and we had a pretty good team that year. Everyone was passionate about taking some initiatives and making that happen. So luckily we had 2 3 startups coming that year, and one of them won the Boeing regionals round, that was the Prithvi Quest. And there were few other startups also which was working, and that was my whole motive. I told sir, like, next time we are having any kind of entrepreneurship event through the incubator in our college. So every college there are two things. First is the whole entrepreneurship cell is there. One is the student body, and another one is the incubator. Incubator is for the startups. And the EIC as a cell, what they do is they bring that entrepreneurship zeal into the students. So they get interested. They help students to build their idea and make it to a stage where they can get incubated in the incubator. So that is what we were doing that year. And that's how 2 startups got incubated in our incubator also, Mahindra AIC. And yeah, that's what we did, like the whole entrepreneurship journey. And then at the end, they make me president also. And then we continued working on it. Position doesn't matter, it's like what you have a goal, that's what you need to do. And bas.
Just carry forward that
Yes,
thought.
yes.
Right. So the major thought of me starting this podcast channel also is that it's basically the founders formula to get in people, founders, co-founders, CEOs or CXOs, right, who are doing something. It's not like they have achieved something already and making lakhs, crores of revenue, nothing like that, but who have who have taken that courage to start something on their own and who are working day in and day out for that product. So that's the reason I'm talking to these kind of people more, so that I understand what they are thinking. And also, the main reason is to inspire people or students, especially in colleges, who want to start something but don't have that courage or motivation. They might have different reasons again. Parents won't support sometimes, and let's say they want to, studies might get affected, as you mentioned. CGPA will get affected, and so that was the reason. So why should they be, left behind if they want to start something? So that was also one of my thought, which is aligning again, which you also wanted students to start more startups. So just a little, yeah.
No, that's a great initiative, because I feel students, especially at the college level, they have the best opportunity and best stage to build something, because that's when we are learning new stuff, what is required in the world. Instead of just passing the exams, when you learn something, try to implement it, where you can implement what you can build over it. So that's what I think which is missing in our, like, because they get Indian society, the thing is they fear. That's when their whole the innovative and creative side of those students get uh, vanished. And it's like, I genuinely, in our college, in our branch only, from ECM, you are the one who took the initiative previously also in third year, I guess, or second year.
I exactly don't remember, but yeah.
Yeah, so you started something that time.
Second year.
Yeah, second year you started something on your own. That's why I was like, I liked it, because we need more people. That time nobody was there. You started it, and I was doing something, and like, if student will see, okay, there is a output of it, and then they'll see. And it doesn't matter like how big you are, it's like how big impact you can make. And big eventually you will become, if you have a clear plan, goal, and everything. And one more, like, what I personally believe in, see, businesses are good. Businesses are running our country. And that's why we are in the developing nation. If we want to reach to a developed nation, then we need more startups. And what is the right platform? The colleges. From colleges, students will come up with great ideas and implement, make a proper products, and then help India grow.
True.
So that's
So because if people are there, they're young, first year, they're probably 17, 18 in the first year. So they want to start, they'll have that energy also. कि कुछ करना है लाइफ में, कुछ बड़ा करना है, बनना है कुछ, they might draw inspiration from any celebrity or businessman, right? So but again, courage, motivation, x factors रहते हैं ना, which will pull them back by not doing that. So that should be there in every student. So as you mentioned in the start also, every student who's watching this should understand what exactly they should do if they want to start something by their own. So that was the motto, and that actually aligns with the same thing. But even if you see college, mein, people, I mean, I know people know what I do, but if you see, we are not incubated in college, or if you see, people don't know much about me and what we are doing. Doesn't matter about the revenue and etc. etc. But still, the idea, the thought of taking initiation, starting, it's okay if people don't know, but I just wanted to be the back end side of it, and at least by this medium, by this podcast channel, getting in people. If I am reaching people, and if you are also able to inspire together, that's the main thing which we can do. Yeah, yeah.
And like for students, according to my experience, if anyone is watching this, like the roadmap kind of a thing, how you start, what you build, and then the whole market thing. If totally about, if it is about the startup, if you want to build something, then first thing is whatever you are learning, or even if you don't know something, but you know a problem. First step is identify the problem. Just understand the problem. Once you have the problem identified, then go to those people who are facing that problem. Understand their perspective. Because as we say in the movies and entertainment industry, whatever, if this thing will work, if it is entertainment, 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 right? Same here, it's like customer, customer, customer. If customer is not happy, if customer genuinely don't want that solution, then there is no point. So for this, do you need any skill? You have been talking to all the people, right? Just go to the people who are facing that problem, talk to them, understand the whole problem, and make a plan. What is the solution you can build for them? Don't think of, I have this solution, I want to build for them. No, that's not gonna work. Once you figured out that, then you take the like-minded people. Okay, I have went there, this whole thing happened, so are you passionate about working it with me? I feel if you go and talk to 100 people, and at least you'll get 4 5 easily. You'll get in first year especially. Okay? And don't tell parents initially, because the problem is with our generation, we get way more excited and we do small things, and they'll be like, okay, Papa, I have done this and I want to do this, and we try to make them excited about our plan and everything. Just show them. Because I also come from a tier 3 cities, average middle class family, and everyone, no one has done any kind of business. They all are in the service, government service, doing this thing, taking this initiative. I knew that there is no point, waste of time convincing them. What is the best I can do? Just show them what I am doing. So same strategy, maybe that will differ for person to person. If that you figured out, build your team, understand the timing, and then build a basic version of it, whatever you're doing, and go to the customer again. Test it with them, show them, this is the thing, will you use it and everything. If they're happy, then build a better version of it, then go again. The customer cycle should be continued. And currently India, especially in India, a lot of opportunities are there. Students, there is a lot hardware. If you're operating, there's a lot of grant, like Nidhi Prayas grant is there, MATI is there. If you're doing something electronics and hardware, deep tech, MATI is there, and the Startup India portal is there for all kind of grants. If you're doing in the software kind of a thing, there's a lot of competitions from Dell, Samsung. So you can just look for those competitions, and you will find a way. If just don't, it's a patience game. It's not this students like a title, okay, CEO and co-founder of Extrive Innovations. It looks good, but I know what is the hurdle and what is the struggle behind it. So it's every day, it's like a parabola graph. One day you are at the top, and second day you are like this. So it's like you become a better person. At the end, maybe your startup will go somewhere or might not go, but if you join any company also, they are getting a leader. Okay, So you will be a better person when you go and work on anything else. So that's why I'll encourage every student, just do it, especially in your college life. Take the courage and take some initiative and just do it.
So हम बात कर रहे हैं about students doing something, right? And coming on to you, as you have mentioned, your family, everybody is in the service sector, or let's say doing a government job or a private job, for example. So I'm assuming you're the only one who is into business now, started something from your own. So वो journey कैसा है? I mean, that mindset, how should someone think and have that mindset कि मेरा पूरा परिवार is not even in business, but still I want to start something. You have that courage to work for other startups and then starting your own startup. So क्या हुआ? कैसा हुआ ये सब? If you can talk about that.
Like for most of the time when people used to ask what was your first startup about and everything, I used to tell, okay, I was doing this and that. But the real story is, I'm telling you here for the first time, it's like when I was in class 4th, me and my brother, once our classes are done, there is a summer break, right? So that time the notebooks, they have some leftover pages, like the white pages and everything. So what we used to do is, I told my brother, just cut down and make diaries. Like the pocket diaries are there, na, some design, some creative. He was good with the art and everything. Okay, so that 5 rupees diary I used to sell at 40 rupees to the same circle, same age group and all. So some basic diary, just nothing else, just how you put it. So that was the experience of doing some kind of a business. That time some 50, 100, 20, 200 rupees was like, that was like we have done a lot. Okay, we were super happy and all that stuff. And then one advantage I feel I have is I come from a place which has a lot of problems. Like there I see a lot of problem. I have a diary in from 6th class. I used to mention proper plans for this industry, what can be improved, how we can improve, and if that time if I'm preparing for JE and all that stuff, then how I can improve this, because I am able to, what kind of solution I need in this industry, and people like me also, because everywhere the failure rate is higher than the success rate in the super competitive space. What about those who are getting failed, okay, or who failed in that exam, or maybe in the schools or whatever. So I used to write down the whole plan, what I can do and everything. And the observation, because of that, the observation skills I developed. And while I was traveling also in the bus, because Mainpuri to Agra, there's a 2 hour journey. And when I come to here, Hyderabad also, everyone used to ask from where you are, is to tell Agra. Because Mainpuri, nobody knows. Okay, so Agra is again 2 hours journey, and that too by bus or car you need to take. There's no proper travel medium is also there. For hospitals also you need to go there. So when I was admitted to hospital, that's when I thought of, okay, this is the problem I am facing. I am on the bed. So that's when I started LifeChain. That was a blockchain based healthcare solution. So that's what happened. During in my first year, the document journey was taking a lot of time, verification of the documents, and some students lost their documents. That's when we started token. So okay, let's do this. So it all developed through observation. So I was observing what is wrong with this thing, how I can improve, or what I can do. So that was about it, like how to develop that skill of observing the problem and identifying the problem and thinking what is the probable solutions. And coming to the family and the struggle part, so the thing is, my father teacher, mother teacher. Okay, so for them it's like when I was in class 6th or 7th, I used to play cricket a lot. For that only I got like a lot of, I can't even say what kind of trauma and the things which happened with me, but that was fun. So for cricket, my father was like, if you'll score this much marks, then only you are allowed to go out and play. And even if I scored, for my whole motivation of studying was to play cricket. Okay, so that's what I was doing. Then my brother also, I took him also, just let's chal khelte hain chal ke. So that's what, so we both get scolded every day. You are not studying and all those things. If I'm getting third rank at 95%, my father won't be happy. He wants first rank.
Yeah.
So initially he was strict, and so instead of taking that in a wrong way, I took it as an the motivation. So I was like, okay, he wants better. I'll give him this
Yeah.
whatever he wants, because they at the end what they want is best for us.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so they'll go to the beyond infinities to do whatever
Whatever. Yeah.
is good for us.
Yeah.
Right. So when I in that only in diary I mentioned, when I'll go to college, I'll make a team, I'll work on the startup, I'll build something, and all those things, and that happened. So manifestation is the one thing
Important.
which I believe in from first year. Like even if I want to buy any gadget also from my own money or whatever, I just manifested. Even for the scholarship from the college, because my father wanted. He was like, scholarship, try for the scholarship and all. That year I tried and I got it. Okay, after that there's more students who were getting the same. I was like, I gave you this, now don't force me for this. Now let me do what I want to do. So it's better, parents say argue se acha hai, just make them silence.
Yeah.
And they feel super good. They won't tell in front of you,
Yeah.
but in the back they feel super happy.
Yeah.
And this is this one incident, my close one knows about it. So the best feeling, by because in the startup journey you get demotivated easily,
Yes.
and there's every day you feel like I don't want to do this, and I'll do something else, or job or anything. But there are few moments you recall them, and they are always in your head. Because of them you never feel like, okay, we are doing for the right purpose.
Yeah.
So the moment was, initially we got some prize money and we won for all team. Instead of putting into the back to the business, we were like, no, keep it with you. For this, just do something for your parents.
Yeah. That's nice.
We went in our hometown and all. That time I took my mother, father, my brother, everyone to shopping. Okay, and when we were there, and there's a small city, everyone knows. And the vendor, he was like, अरे बच्चे का मन है लेने दो. At the end, but the other person was saying, आपको ही भाई साहब पे करना पड़ेगा and all. In the end moment, when he shows the QR, I took it and I paid. And that moment,
Proud moment.
that the shopkeeper and my parents, I was just looking at their eyes, and that is the moment I feel was a success for me. And same thing happened with my teammates also. So now my team is intact. Why? Because their parents are super supportive, everyone, and all of them are from the service sectors. Nobody has a business experience and everything. People may say like, use that money for startup and everything. Startup, if we won't earn there, what is startup?
Yeah.
The team is the basically Extrive Innovations,
Yes.
not the products or products
Yeah.
anyone can make and everything. So that was the thing, and from there my parents are like, they now do not even want me to do a job. Nothing against it, but they see the potential, especially in the tier 3, tier 4 cities. There's a lot of potential for businesses to grow, because Hyderabad and all these cities are already developed,
Yeah.
and there's not that much potential is there, but there lot of land is there, lot of labor force is there. So, and there's a good connectivity also. I see like agriculture is a lot of potential there, and so there is like, we want to do towards it also. So now my father asked like, what we can do with this. There is a good opportunity is there, so let's try to do something. Now
Yeah.
he asked for the business advice and everything, so it's good.
Going nice. So, I mean, it's a good moment to make parents proud कि अच्छा बच्चा कुछ कर रहा है, time waste तो नहीं कर रहा है. Because you see outside, too many people are, unemployed and they're not able to support their parents. And I mean, that's another side of India which you can see. But now, if you can see, there are too many startups coming in. Let's say in Hyderabad, Bangalore again is a hub. So people are taking that step. But there are so many people again, as you discussed, who are stopped by various reasons. So one of that reason might be parents support. So as you mentioned, your parents are supporting you, and obviously your team as well. Their parents are supporting them. So what do you think? I mean, what type of role will parent support play when someone is building some startup or a company?
Initially, first zero step is students or the childrens need to play a role of getting their trust and putting the right amount of efforts. If their parents will see if he's hardworking, he's passionate about this, he's putting a genuine amount of effort, ठीक है, they will say, see, it's better this, choose this path, this is a lot of hard work and everything, because they don't want to see you doing all those hard work. Okay, simple. My father also say you're eating, he don't ask anything how your startup is going. He won't, every day we call, nothing he'll ask. He'll ask, did you eat, did you sleep on time, and all those normal stuff. Okay, so for students need to play first step, which is show them, do you really want it, how hungry you are for this. If they are able to see, they will support. Once they are supporting, then parents just need to show a patience with them and just motivate them, because at the end sometimes what happens is you can't show your the weak side or all those side to your team members and everyone or the people who are you associated with, but parents you do not need to show, they'll understand. In that point, if they are like just leave it, do something else, then it won't work. They'll be like, okay, these are the faces, I've also gone through some things like that, I know you are my kid, you can handle this. Simple. Then the kid will be at different level. He'll be like, okay, I do not even care what this person, that person think, I know what they think. Simple.
That is important. Parents का support नहीं है तो कुछ नहीं है. So yeah, so I mean, if you also talk about, let's say, peer support, right? So लोग रहते हैं, friends रहते हैं, motivate करते हैं, demotivate करते हैं. तो will is that affecting you here and there a little bit, और नहीं, you are in a space कि नहीं, घर वाले मान गए तो I will just focus on my.
That is the most important part. Genuinely, I'm telling you, I was blessed to have that circle meeting people, like, because I am coming from a proper North Indian background. Okay, coming to a place where there is a lot of stigma and lot of people are saying, and I was super welcomed by all the people. Either they are from the south or Telugu or even the north, super supportive, and they felt me like, okay, this is my new home, and this is Hyderabad is my second home now. Okay, and then coming to the peer group again, initially, again, with everyone happens, like we get close to some people and eventually they do not turn out good and everything that happens. But I am very blessed that I have such kind of friends, and all, like, the thing is, my close friends, okay, initially they do not even know my company name. Okay, everyone knows, ठीक है, they are super close and everything. Sometimes they used to spell this is that, ठीक है, I'll name those people, but okay, so they do not even know what my company is, what I am doing and everything. They all know, okay, he is doing something, bus. So I understand they are not my friend because I am doing this. They are my friend because they understand me, and there have been a lot of situations where I was not able to talk to my family or my teammates. That time my friends and my friends were there, they understood what has happened by looking at my face. They're like, what is the scene, kuch bhi nahi, they'll not even give any suggestions. It's just their presence in front of me, and in that moment made me feel like, okay, I have this family also. So this for some people maybe it does not. Initially I was also in that phase, I do not even care I have someone or not, but when you have, then you understand what is the importance of this thing. So currently whoever is close to me, every person I can't name, so it's like I am blessed to have you all.
So अभी you've spoken about your friends, तो I can see how much they mean to you. रहने दो, 4 लोग हैं, 5 लोग हैं, 10 लोग हैं, कितने भी है, right? So talk to me through that journey. सपोर्टिव जर्नी रहता है, इवन इफ दे नॉट, इफ यू सेड, इवन इफ दे नॉट ट्राइंग टू मोटिवेट यू बाय सेइंग कि कुछ कोट मार दिए, डायलॉग मार दिए कि ऐसा होता है, विदाउट दैट ऑल्सो इफ स्पेंडिंग लेट्स से 5 मिनट्स 10 मिनट्स रैंडम बातें भी कर रहे हैं तो द स्ट्रेस निकल जाता है, राइट? सो टॉक अबाउट दैट, हाउ डज दैट फील एज अ एंटरप्रेन्योर?
In my second year first sem, I told I was doing 3-4 things.
Yes.
And because of few reasons I just done with all those things, I left all that. And then I was like again zero step. From first to second year I was earning good and all of that was going good. Then I met these people. Now I like to mention Huzi, Josefa, Hanzala, Karthik, Daksh, and all those people. Revant is my roommate. And some pretty in our college our juniors are super good, genuinely. So that time I met to those guys and I didn't even know how I come across that face. People overthink and they become a different personality. And all those things started happening. And I didn't even know something bad happened to me. Because these guys are always like into some other problem. That problem is not even big. I was like, what are you even worried about? But they make that problem. We are having a 2-hour discussion over that. So that's how I come out of that space. Okay, all that bad thing happened and I don't even know. In that phase, 6 months phase, in the next 6 months phase, I will say 3 months phase, we build the Extrive Innovations because of those people. If they were not there, I don't know, maybe I would have able to do that or not. Maybe I would, but not how I did it. Okay, so that happened. Then some of our friends, like it's like I'm not even talking to them every day, take care, but I'm meeting or on call sometimes. It's like it's just not even a call. It's like, okay, this person exists there, I am talking to that. I don't have time right now, maybe I'm not able to make the call or he's not able to make the call. I know that person is there. And same goes for them. I understood in our college life that what friendship is. So for people, for this also, it's like as a friend I was like, you told last time, I'll come. It's the, and second thing is, it got a time, we'll chat and talk. That is the most important thing, because maybe then we'll maybe not get in time or something like, because of this we are able to sit and talk and discuss. So
so it's nice, I mean, to have you also. I don't even remember last time when we spoke.
I remember in that room we were sitting and you discussed that plan for that actors and everything you wanted to do.
I think that's more than one and a half year, 2 years.
For me, like whenever I am having a conversation with anyone, I remember, because that is a meaningful conversation is there. And if other person is interested, I am also, he respects, okay, whatever I am saying, and same, the synergy is there. I remember all that stuff. So that's why I saved my for first year. Anna Pavan Anna is the name which I shared, because everyone was calling, used to go and play cricket. And so
I mean, so good again to be back. Both are doing something different. I mean, again, building something, trying to inspire people at some
I
point.
want to know from you, like, how is your experience? Like, since 1 year you are out of the college, what all your like, if you summarize your in 5 sentences or maybe 3 sentences, what is the gist of it? Your whole college experience, or you, because you are the one who has also experienced the outside college life while you are in the college, the all struggle, all hurdles and everything.
So now, if main reason is build something, especially, right? So when we are starting out on something, obviously, when you're balancing out with college, right, थोड़ा time इधर उधर हो जाता है, because classes, attendance, the attendance policy तो है. And again, if you can't focus much, I say, right? So if you're attending a class and same time पे if you're meeting with a client, clash हो जाता है. You can't postpone it too many times again and again. So again, it's relationship effect हो जाता है, client और आपका. So that's the main thing. So then moved out, wanted to do something, and then बैठ गया इस पे, then wanted to build that agency work was going on. Then we rebranded the agency, and now we are into marketing consulting along with digital marketing. So फेज आता है यहाँ से ऐसा उड़ गया, देन आई मीन इट्स लाइक ठीक है करते हैं, डजंट मैटर अबाउट द रेवेन्यू, लेट अस मेक जीरो रेवेन्यू फॉर 3-4 months ऑल्सो, बट एटलीस्ट अंडरस्टैंड हाउ टू मेक मनी इन दैट 3-4 months पीरियड, टॉकिंग टू डिफरेंट पीपल. अभी हम लोग भी बैठे हैं, वी आर टॉकिंग, राइट, बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे वील गेट टू नो समथिंग मोर फ्रॉम द प्रीवियस डे. अभी कल तक जितना हम दोनों के बारे में पता था, टुडे वील नो एटलीस्ट 1% मोर एटलीस्ट अबाउट दैट. So I went to few events, talked to founders, predominantly founders and people who are building something. तो ये सब हुआ था. Then I've started my edtech, which is Skillloom. फिर we have done few free webinars and I've taken podcasts also again in my own YouTube channel I had back when it came. So then वो उसके बाद I stopped due to some reasons, and then again I wanted to continue my startup, build these things, build both of them. So then my initially my focus was only on the digital marketing agency. So we started Skillloom, we have done the logo, we have branded it, and people know about it, but we couldn't find that one way of building it properly, right? तो एजेंसी पे लटके हुए थे हम लोग. We didn't push this one also. So at one point I thought, okay, let's push this also, because हम लोग स्टार्ट किए, नाम हो गया, वेबसाइट डोमेन ले लिए, वेबसाइट इज डन, एवरीथिंग इज रेडी फॉर यू, right? And we have also registered, right? So under that name we have these two, agency and the edtech now. So I thought, okay, ठीक है करते हैं, why not, why can't we take that risk of doing it? Then I thought, let's do both together, and then that's how both kicked in. And we have done free webinars in the start. We have created communities. Just going now. We are doing courses, paid courses. Too many plans in the
One more thing
yeah.
I would like to highlight about you,
Hmm.
because I've seen you initially when we come in the first year. You were a kind of a student who were like, okay, he was good cricket and social, everyone knows him, and super like that Anna vibe, okay, proper, okay. And then in the second year and third year, you have turned out, you become a more disciplined.
Yeah.
You are attending classes, you are doing everything. So it's like if somebody is listening and they think, okay, because of he was not interested in that, that's why he chose this path. No, he excelled in that path. Then he found a interest in somewhere else. Because there's one more excuse I see a lot of people give. Okay, because I'm not finding interest.
Yeah.
Because you have not put any efforts.
Yeah.
If you'll put equal proper amount of efforts, you'll find interest in everything.
Everything, yeah.
Okay, I say that if my GPA is not good, I say I don't study. Simple. If I'll study, I'll get marks.
Yeah.
So that is the good thing about you, and I as I said, I observe people and I learn what I can learn from them. Okay, so that's the thing which I learned from you.
Yeah.
And
Great. Just wanted to do something different, because as you said, second year was again the turning point. First year though more nikal gaya, and then second year came, we started studying that time, and then started couple of things then, and then beach maybe had to stop and then restart. So that phase was also there. So balance studies, I mean studying phase is different, again startup phase is different. Manage करना पड़ता है दोनों को, and then same time you have to balance both of the things, and then push it slowly. So again that phase is also a good phase which taught different
yeah,
things.
that made you a character basically. That basically build a lot of traits in you only. You understood yourself better. That's why you were able to took that decision of, okay, I'll shift, I'll make this office,
Yeah.
and then I'll start. Because if I'll talk to any fourth year or third year students, they won't.
Yeah.
Simple. So yeah.
So who will do it? कौन करता है? That excuses everyone has, but we should obviously take that one step. So when we take that step, we'll understand what is right, what is wrong, how can we build it, how can we do it. So I think that's the main thing which people should do. ठीक है, एक पैर लगा दिए,
People
you took
should
one
learn
step.
how to do the hard work first, then anything else.
Yeah.
Because once you've done put any amount of hard work into anything, then you can do anything.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
Because life is not complicated, which I know.
Yeah.
It's just us who made them by just giving them false hopes and everything. Okay, this is no, just be true to yourself. once you have put any hard work, you put in hard work in the studies, right? Then you know, okay, now I can do this also. I manage two things in one go. If I'll manage one, then I can excel.
Yeah.
Maybe it will take time and all, but
it will happen at some
yeah,
point
yeah,
of time for sure. I mean, if not today, tomorrow. अभी नहीं है तो 5 साल 10 साल क्या जा रहा है? At some point of time you'll reach whatever you are thinking for. Even you have started 2 years back. Maybe after 1 year or let's say 5 years also you might be something. You never know, right? So just that one step which you take will keep you moving forward. Some motivation factor
true.
here and there, as you said, prize money you have won, then parent support aa gaya, and then you kicked off. So that one initial movement is required. Let it be in terms of money, support, whatever it is, motivation, right? So that one initial trigger movement बोलते हैं, that is required for anybody. So वो हुआ है, and then it's just no looking back.
अरे बस चलता रहता है. Everything new doors will come, and
Yeah.
it's just you put efforts.
Yeah.
Things will happen.
Yeah. So that's about my journey also, Abhishek. So I mean, इतना बड़ा तो नहीं है, but still it's
I told now it's
हाँ.
not about how big it is,
Yeah.
how impactful it is.
yes, that's it.
And impact ही है भाई. If you are coming out of that college, just see around you how many fourth year students are having their own office, and that too out of the college you are paying rent for this and all those things. You're managing all, you have a team. It's not easy.
किसी को भी नहीं है ना. I mean, if you see, it's again courage. कौन से भी ईयर है ना, तो इवन फर्स्ट ईयर guy can start, person who is passed out can start, person let's say 35 plus 40 plus, any age, it is just about the mindset and what he looks like. I mean, what does he want his future to look like? I think that's the only thing which people should think. उसके अलावा I think आइडिया रहता है, आइडियाज आते रहते हैं, जाते रहते हैं, बट टेक द एक्शन, टेक योर फर्स्ट स्टेप. I think that's what matters at the end of the day. So I think
So one more question I'll
Yeah.
ask you. As you are also in the entrepreneurship space and you're doing hustling and everything, what kind of industries you're bullish about? Like you see a lot of potential in the upcoming 5 to 10 years.
So I think AI first. Everyone talks about AI, but obviously it will grow because India is again developing. USA will get in. Some of people who are coming to India now from US. Generally, from Indians are traveling to US. So now what's happening is, due to recession and every other thing, the people are coming back here and doing something, building AI tools here. So I think that's one thing. And I think education, food is something evergreen. We can't stay without educating ourselves and learning new things. So in education also, we should skip that traditional way of education and teaching. So we have to modify the curriculum while we are teaching a little bit and make it more of application based. Because if you see, majority of the people outside also, they're not getting jobs because they don't know how to apply the skill they learned. So वो application factor, if we are trying to get in education, again using AI with it or technology with it, I think that's again good to go. And food in the sense that it can be a traditional way of thing, but again we can't live without food. Without eating we can't stay. So food is something which is evergreen, but with something which is growing, maybe tech can be added with food again. So in this era in 2025, I think without tech you can't exist, even if you don't like it. Personally, I used to hate tech, but still without it you can't exist in this era. So any industry which is growing, it should be food tech, ed tech, you see that. And again you'll see, what I was mentioning, something about AI. So AI is obviously into tech. Any other industry which will be booming in the middle, we have seen blockchain was there, crypto was there in the middle. So again, that's again tech. So without tech, I think there is no industry. Any industry which is existing from the last 200 years, 300 years also, if you can integrate that with technology, that will be the next thing. So I think that's the only thing
Personally, I also feel like first is the most important. I feel in India we have a lot of potential for agriculture. Agriculture is the industry where we need to put a lot of resources and good minds into it. Second is this energy sector, because India is gonna become the largest consumption of energy, and still we are relying on like the natural resources and all. We need to have some people are working on hydrogen engines and all those things. And third is the assistive tech. I feel assistive tech is the one where India need a lot of good startups. and then fourth, defense. Because if two are Indian soldiers, we were recently having an interview with, we were getting to know about the industry, defense industry. We are providing them a food from Indian ground and everything, but all the weapons and everything we're taking from outside. Can't we make it?
We can obviously.
We can obviously, but that's what. So there's a lot of potential in these four sectors, and healthcare. Healthcare, especially in the genes and all the organism, and outside the India, they are making artificial organs and everything, and we are still. So
We will eventually do something in all these sectors. We should also. People should
we
get
should
in.
start doing it, because this is the right time. A lot of grants are there by whoever is doing in the healthcare. There is a BIREC grant. You can apply. Whoever is doing in the defense, there is a IDEX grant. Okay, and the energy sector and all these things are there. If you have a hardware product or anything, again you can apply to DST, Nidhi. There is a lot of grants are there. Agriculture, RKV Raftar is there. So I want to tell all the students, whoever is watching this, don't just say I don't have funding and everything. Government is giving a lot of money. Take it and build something and help India to grow.
Right. So we have spoken about all these sectors which will be growing in the future, and let's say 5 years, 10 years from now. But if we, want to give one thing from this whole podcast for some student, let's say a 12th pass out who's going into college, firstly with a new mindset, देखिए अलग ही environment है उसका, right? So what is that one thing which you will tell him or her who is moving into college for the first time? What should they do in college? What should they take away from their college life?
So number one thing is understand yourself. Once you know you, then nobody can beat you. Simple. So first thing is explore as much as possible and learn new thing. Understand yourself better. Maybe because in college when you come with this standard, and sometimes you do better than that, or maybe you are not able to do anything. And the whole gist of it, this is, I always, like, I have no very good quotations and everything. I just follow a one line. This is one opportunity and one life. Simple. All जो भी करना है इसी में करना है. Either you think, either you do, either you get confused or just blame each other or whatever, fight, whatever. It's your time, your life. You have a purpose. Just find your purpose. Everything will happen.
Right. So that's it for this episode, guys. So thank you so much, Abhishek, for coming here, taking out the time, traveling so far, and spending some time, quality time with us. So yeah, thank you so much, Abhishek, and I'll see you again in the next episode, guys. So yeah, thank you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Pavan, for inviting me, and it was great talking to you.
Yeah,
And yeah, we'll catch up.
yeah, soon.